We're here with Ayo Dosunmu, one of the most productive players in the country this past season, Illinois guard. Ayo, thanks for taking the time, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you having me on today.
So I think, most fans who watch college basketball are familiar with your game. You had some huge games over the course of the last couple seasons. But for your NBA fan who maybe, doesn't know your style of play quite yet, how would you describe yourself as a player?
Describe myself as someone who doesn't know me as, a player who likes to have fun, who enjoys the game, who likes to affect the game in so many different aspects. A complete player.
Yeah, definitely. So let's just dive right into your film here. We've got a new little segment that we've been doing called 5 on 5. If you start the clip here, the first area I think you're really dynamic is in transition. What makes you so good in the open court like this?
This play right here, we playing against Minnesota, and it's just their whole game plan against us was to get back on defense. So I just wanted to, use my speed, use my athleticism to get to the basket. And I see them backpedaling. Anytime I see someone backpedaling, I try to just keep attacking them, because the only thing they could do is foul me or I can get a good shot. So that's pretty much that was using my speed, just my speed and my strength.
Yeah, long strides. You're a guy who covers a lot of ground in the open court, and then you can do it as a guy who can fill the lane too, right? Just getting out in the open court, sprinting, and then you're really good with these kind of same foot, same hand finishes, right? What's the key to that?
You're gonna need that at the next level. Really, that was just a shot where I just wanted to just use my speed and use my athleticism to get out and run, and that was pretty much all that was right there. Just me knowing that, I didn't have to push the ball right there. I can get out and run. The next level, you're going to need different type of Kyrie finishes to get your layups off. You can't just use the same one. So
yeah, you've got the length and the touch, right? You have floaters, right foot, left foot, all that.
Yeah.
And then you, I think where you've maybe improved the most is your facilitating, and we'll get into kind of some of the half court stuff. But in the open court, head up, what do you see here?
This right here, I just see Trent running. Like I said, if you see Duke, you see them getting back on defense, getting ready to try to load up.
Yeah.
And, Coach Underwood just tells us to run to the corner. And so Trent running, I keep my eyes up. I get the rebound. I'm observing. I see Baker stand back. Georgie's running hard, really, so he had to see Georgie on the wing. So then I just, threw a nice little pass to Trent. Sure close out. He knocked it down.
Yeah, being a ball mover like that, I think that's in your DNA. So maybe one of the only areas where people could say like, okay, still has room for growth, or maybe something scouts will say is like, no, you weren't like a high volume 3-point shooter. Like I think you were still, 39% this past season and made a lot of shots. How much have you worked on like just stepping into these and like always letting it fly, right? If you see on this next clip against Missouri.
Yeah, so this play right here, I was really, after the game, I was really, angry at myself. I actually had a good scoring game against Missouri. I had like 38, but it was plays down the stretch where I think that, I didn't execute the right way. And right there, it was really pretty much just me not shooting the ball. Actually, just me overthinking and thinking that, he's going to like try to run out and close out, but he ended up sure closing. So that's just a bad basketball IQ play on me. It's early in the season. It's a play I just learned from.
Yeah, like you said, you had a monster game in this one, and I know you're so good in mid-range, right? And I think that's going to be a huge strength of yours at the next level, too. You've got the crossovers left to right, really good footwork, can rise up. But yeah, like you said, he closes out short, so maybe just letting that fly. And just like you'll see here against Baylor, this is like picture perfect. If you see your shot preparation, hands and feet ready, right on the hop, like cash.
Yeah. That's really what I've been working on also. Like when people always ask what improved in my shot, just being shot ready. The lower I am, the better my shot is, the better percentage my shot has of going in. So if you see that game against Missouri, that clip, I was standing straight up. So, I wasn't ready to shoot. So really shot preparation is huge for me.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And then as you see in this next one, if you are a threat and you are shot ready, now they got to kind of start running you off the line, right?
Yeah, and that's when I can use my pump fakes and use my, the skills of my game.
Yeah, exactly. There's that one. And then even here against Ohio State, like when you catch that, you can see the defender high hands at the 3-point line, and then you just get downhill, right?
Yeah, And that was actually a tough shot for me because that was my first basket with my mask on. So it was pretty difficult trying to adjust and see how, ease my way back into the game.
Yeah, definitely. And like we talked about before, same foot, same hand. That's the left foot, left hand kind of extension finish, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's impressive. Not something you see from a lot of college guys. And then, all right, if they're running you off, then you get to this mid-range too. Has that always been kind of your bread and butter?
I mean, I just think it's a shot that it's useful. If you practice any shot, it can be useful. Like, for example, like Steph Dame, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, people were saying like those long shots were bad shots. But for Steph, for Dame, for, Trae Young, those are shots they practice. So those are shots they can make. And, I think the mid-range, any player in the mid-range, when it comes to closing the game out, you have to have that in your bag. If you look at the Bucks, like when they were down up 4 trying to close the game out, Chris Middleton got to a mid-range pull-up. Like, that's a shot that you have to have in your bag. And if you see here, like, I drove left, he cut me off, his head is down. So the help is there also. So it's nowhere for me to go. So that's a shot that I practice, just stopping on the dime and then just raising. Like, he can't get there. I'm elevated. My shot is over him. I really don't even see him right there. So that's just a shot that I think you have to have in your arsenal, definitely.
No, I think you're exactly right. You watch the playoffs. Every year in the playoffs we talk about this because, like, teams want to give up contested mid-range pull-ups. And if you can knock it down, then you can play in the league for a long time, right?
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
And like you said, your footwork, your ability to kind of stop on a dime and rise up, I think is one of your greatest strengths for sure. So definitely impressive. And then moving off the ball here too, I think you have a chance to be a really, really good cutter as well. You see him just kind of playing up the lane?
So, right here, Rutgers, they play defense they play defense aggressive, I would say. Like, they have the freedom to do whatever. So Jacob Young, he's known for that, for playing a passing lane. I think he led the Big Ten in steals. So me scouting him before the game, I knew that I was going to get these all night because they were denying. And if you see, once DeMonte called it, me and DeMonte have that connection. It's like, once he comes up the line, I'm going back door every time. I think I got like 4 cuts this game. So he's denying, I just do a quick cut, and then, yeah. Yeah,
and that's eye contact, that's rhythm, that's nonverbal kind of communication, right?
Yeah, that's just all of that. That's film. That's, that's a scout report score. Just knowing your personnel, knowing who's guarding you.
Yeah, I think you're just all-around basketball IQ really shows in the versatility there, that we see. So, all right, now getting into kind of some of the more on-ball stuff, right? So I think one of the keys to being a good, pick-and-roll player, right, which I think you are, is forcing teams over the screen, right?
Definitely.
How much have you worked on this when, like, teams would gap you, whether it's a dribble handoff or pick-and-roll, just kind of stepping into it with confidence?
Yeah, I mean, this shot against Indiana, that's just this is a shot that I've been working on this whole, like, process. Like, last year, I was really my catch and shoot, just getting my jumper. Right now, it's about, all right, now being the best shooter I can be at all aspects of shooting. And, he went under. This is a shot I have to make. I shot about 800 to 1,000 balls, a day. Just this whole pre-draft, just trying to knock this shot down because I know that coming into the league, with my speed, with my athleticism, with my quickness, teams are going to go under, and I have to be able to knock this shot down at a high rate.
One area I think, getting into this next set of clips, you're really good as a facilitator. I think, like, whether it's hitting the roller, hitting the corner, the lift man, like this play, really patient, kind of keeping them on your back, right?
Yeah, I mean, this I think it's an underrated part of my game. Is I don't think people can understand that the ability I have to be able to pass the ball, and I just try to show it each and every game. Like I said right there, anytime I play with this pace, like, it's hard for the defense because, like, with my size, with my length, like, I see right over him. I'm just waiting for the play to develop. I'm waiting for Kofi to get to his spot, and then I throw it up there right there. Like, it's hard. It's hard for me to get that. So that's just playing with pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really patient. And then this next one here against Baylor as well, just kind of diagnosing, like, how they're guarding you, right? Like, they're going to put kind of 2 on the ball in no man's land and no weak side help, right?
Yeah, I mean, Baylor, they were no middle, so they're forcing everything baseline. They're rotating, so, right here, he stayed with the shooter, Flagler stayed with the shooter.
Yep.
And you see they're big. He's stayed in the corner on Cabello. He didn't rotate over. So once I saw that, I know that I can Kofi wide open. That's an easy pass.
Yeah, great point. Mark Vital's kind of hugged up against Curbelo, right? And then you just make that simple pass over the top. So you can definitely find the roll man just like you did there. And then also kind of the next level read is what? This corner hit, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is just a great pass that I was working on all summer long. You know, I know every time I drop, I'm bringing attention. You know, Everyone wants to clog the lane in on me. So now it's about, you know, softening them up, keep hitting the right pass so then they can't focus in on me. That was my whole motto throughout the whole season. And right here, you know, I see DeMonte's in the corner. Aaron's goes back. CJ Walker, he's helping too much, looking for he's scared of Kofi. The roll from Kofi, so he's pulling over. And then, you know, actually I had both. I could have stopped right here and bounced to Kofi, or I could have, you know, did what I did, hit Curbelo. And that's just, you know, that was the right play.
Yeah, that's an NBA action, NBA play right there. Space floor, you're going to have a hard roller like that. And then that weak side defender, what they call most important guy, whatever you want to say. You read him perfectly, and then right on the money. You know, that's going to be assists 9 times out of 10. And then I just want to get your take on this Duke read here because I like this as well. Kind of a cool camera angle. But as you get to the baseline, like, which defender are you reading and what are you looking at?
Yeah, I'm reading Matthew Hurt. I'm just reading, like, what is he doing? Then I'm reading, I think that's Jeremy Roach. I'm reading, what is he doing? Like, what gap is he in? I have 2 people. I think that's DeMonte in the corner. I'm pretty sure. And I got Trent in the slot. So now I'm just reading on him. And then once I see him, whichever way he lean, I go to the opposite way. So he lean, he turned his head, he can't see. I hit Trent. That's an easy one more. DeMonte was shooting over 60% that time. That's a great shot.
Yeah, hockey assist doesn't show up maybe in the stat sheet, but those are the type of reads for sure. Just like you said, reading Roach, he's got to play 2 basically, and then you make the perfect hit. So really, really good pass there. And then so that's the offensive side of the ball, right? Like I think you're a guy who's dynamic in transition. You can play off the ball. You can play pick and roll as a facilitator, as a scorer. And then defensively, what stood out most to me, man, is like your ability to like stay attached to shooters and just like lock and trail, you know? Has that always been like a strength of yours?
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we always worked on throughout the season. That's how we guarded, you know, certain players. And, you know, Coach Underwood, we used to do drills for 2-3 hours straight, you know, just the same thing over and over again, lock and trailing, you know, staying attached. He didn't want me getting hit by no screens at all. Like, it was no excuse. So that's what really, like, wanted to get my body right to be able to fight through those screens. And, that's just, I think it's all about effort, really.
You know, here against Indiana, again, staying attached, not getting hit, using your length, cutting them off, finish with a contest, right?
Yeah, that was a picture perfect.
Yeah, that's how you guard. And then here I want to just show this one because it's Jared Butler, you know, another guy who's really successful and, you know, had a good college career. What were the keys to guarding him in this situation?
It pretty much just, you know, anytime I'm guarding someone, I trust in my instinct. So I just try to keep him in front and then try to just contest. And I see him right here. He's getting downhill. So now I'm in a position, if not, you can't panic. You know, you can't foul. You have to just, you know, go vertical and make him score through you. And that's what I try to do. Just get back in front, contest with a Mozgov, as we call it, on-ball Mozgov straight up.
Okay.
And then that's what I just want to do there without fouling and make him, you know, alter his shot.
I like that. I like that a lot. Shout out to Mozgov. So defensively, I think overall you're really, really good. Maybe some of this is nitpicking. In this next clip against Indiana, what's your goal here? Like, are you trying to get him downhill? Are you maybe just too aggressive with the angle?
Yeah, actually, right here, I got chewed out after this game. Because this right here, but this is just miscommunication, really. You know, between me and Kofi, because we had anything on a certain side of the floor, we automatically sending it down. So this is just miscommunication because, like you said, I see it like in the corner of my eye. Indiana run the same play. They run a handoff, and then Trace comes to the ball screen. So when he comes to set it, I see him coming. So now I'm sending him down, but now he leaves. So the communication, I'm still thinking that he's coming to the ball screen, but he's not leaving anymore. That's why I gave him a straight line. So I would just say that's bad communication because, you know, Coach Underwood, he told us not to look for the screen. So now it's just basically communication between me and my teammates. So right here, this is bad communication. Yeah,
no, that's a great point because it looks like you're in that kind of ice stance where you're trying
to. Exactly.
Yep.
But now he's left, so now I have a straight lineup, you know.
Yeah, and that's so much of it, right? Is communication at the next level, and I think you have that. And then another one here on these closeouts. And I know this is kind of a scramble situation because you guys blitzed this, right? But on these closeouts, were you guys a no middle team, or was it personnel based? What's your goal?
Right here, this was another defensive mistake by me. We had no middle team, so my help comes from the baseline. So on this closeout, I was supposed to close out high shoe tops.
Yep.
And then no middle. So I took the wrong angle. So I'm supposed to be over a little bit more to the baseline. And then once he drives, now it's Corbello's job to be there.
And then just a couple really good on-ball highlights. Just really wanted to show, like, so this is what, Dwayne Washington?
Yeah, it's Dwayne Washington. He has the ultimate green light. So
yeah,
really, I'm just trying to just make it easy, make it hard on him. Not give him no easy look, trying to fight through screens.
Yeah, I mean, really good. Even on the initial closeout, almost sliding, staying active, fighting over the top, ending with a contest. That's really good. And then another one here, just right up in him, fighting over the top of the screen, shedding it, sitting down, sliding, cut him off. I think he knocks this down, but I mean that's
a tough shot right there. That's all that is.
You'll live with that, right?
Definitely. That's why I say you just play as hard as you can, contest, and then. At the next level, we're going to have guys making shots.
Yep. Yeah, Jason Tatum, Luka Doncic, all these guys like Dame,
always.
Shot makers.
Make tough shots,
Yeah,
but make them do it consistently.
Right, and understanding the scouting report, okay, what makes them uncomfortable, right?
Right, yep.
And I think you understand all that stuff. And then just to show you navigate and pick and roll a little bit too here against Minnesota, I like that you don't give up on these plays, like you see there's a lot of actions to get through, right?
Yeah, but I just know, it's Marcus Carr, and like every time we play against a good guard in the Big Ten, our coach used to like mad gas and like be like, they were better than us, or like they were going to kill us and stuff. So like anytime we were matched up on them, we just wanted to make it hard on them, make it difficult on them. Like you see their record, they 6-0, start off 6-0. So we knew that we could play around with them, and I just wanted to stay in front of them.
One thing you do really well too, it seems like a little thing, but you're like, look at this next clip against Indiana. You're really good at taking away kind of that pitch back, that throwback pass, right? Like, how important is it to have that active hand?
That's huge. I actually was with the workout. I think it was with the Knicks, and they emphasized that all the time. It was the pocket.
Yep.
The Knicks and the Warriors, they emphasize off the ball screen, putting their hand down so they can get the pocket right away. And Jrue Holiday does it tremendously well. And I've been watching him in the finals, so that's something that I've definitely want to try to keep incorporating in my game. Just little things defensively that make it hard on an opposing guard. Because when you're an opposing guard and someone's into you, and then they have their hands out, they're active, it just makes it more difficult. So that's something I try to oppose on other guards.
That's perfect. And Jrue Holiday is the guy to study, man. He's unbelievable defensively. And then the last one here, again, little stuff, right? But when you do have to switch or they take this quick shot, what's the key here?
Another play right here. I remember this. I got tweeted after this game also. This is just the Smith. Mark Smith shot it. And then he's just that's just me. I can't let him get under me.
Yep.
I have to hit him. I gave him a step right there, and then he was able to gain another possession, big possession, in the game. So that's just on me having to hit him, put a body on him, lay him out.
Yep, and if it is a switch kind of like that, then like switch underneath, right, and make sure to into the box out, take him out of the play. And I wanted to shout out one, you're a great rebounder for your position too, so like I think that's a strength of yours. And then just to show Corbello here, I just saw this clip and was like, man, this is exactly how you do it. The switch, the box,
exactly.
That's impressive, right?
Yeah, that's really where coach was emphasizing towards us was. On the switch, stay in front, stay physical, don't give up on the play, and that's what he did.
Yeah, I think this is a perfect view of kind of what you bring to the table, right? Like I said, you defend multiple positions. You can play on the ball, you can play off the ball. You're incredibly versatile, and I think you're really ready to have an impact. So the last question I have before I let you go: why should NBA teams bet on Ayo Dosunmu to be one of the steals of the draft?
You should just look at the progression. I think it's the evidence is there. If you look at my freshman year to my sophomore year to my junior year, all of my numbers increased drastically. And that's with having class. That's with having, longer practices, just having other things to focus on, not just basketball, things that come with being a student athlete. Now me being a professional, me just focusing on my craft, this being my hobby 24/7. Imagine the hours in the gym, the hours in the weight room, my game is going to drastically improve even more. So that's really what teams, why teams should bet on me. Just the proof is there. I think it's a safe bet that I'm going to continue to get better and continue to work hard.
Yeah, no question. Well, Ayo, it's been great to watch your progression, over these last few years, and like you said, I think a team is definitely getting someone who's ready to contribute right away and who's going to continue improving. So I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.